Hey everybody, welcome to Cara's Cucina, YouTube's first and only Emmy-nominated cooking show. I'm Cara Di Falco. Today I'm going to show you one of my favorite breakfast dishes. We're making eggs in purgatorio or uova in purgatorio. I love eggs for breakfast. I love a good savory breakfast. It's really my preference, and I'm always trying to think of different ways to use up A, some extra or leftover of anything that I have in my house, and B, just different ways to serve them because, you know, good old-fashioned scrambled eggs does get boring after a little while. So I love eggs in purgatory. It really is a flavorful dish. Again, nice and savory, good way to start the day. And I kind of do a cheat version of it, so this is not like the very traditional version, but if you have a little bit of sauce left over, so I'm using just a basic marinara sauce that I have here, but I've also done this again with meat-based sauces that actually comes out really good as well. So you can play with this a little bit, but again, we're just gonna use a typical marinara sauce. You want it to be deep enough that the eggs won't hit the bottom of your pan, but not so deep that it's overwhelming. And I just have this over medium heat. We just want to let it start to heat up a little bit. I've also got the oven preheating to 350 degrees. That's kind of my other cheat. In general, eggs in purgatory are poached completely in the sauce, but in the morning I don't generally have the patience to do that all together, so I just throw them in the oven for about a couple of minutes and they'll be cooked perfectly. So as soon as our sauce is warm, we're just going to make a little indentation and crack our eggs. Okay, so our sauce is starting to simmer a little bit. We've got some bubbles around the very edge. That's about where I want it at this point. So again, we're just gonna kind of, as best you can, I understand it's liquid, it's not going too far. But let's kind of make a little room for our egg here. And on the other side. And at this point, I really don't let them cook too much, the eggs themselves, in the pan on the stovetop. I generally go right into the oven. Again, it's about 350 degrees, and the eggs will cook in about 10 minutes, depending on how runny you want your yolk. To check your eggs, you can always just kind of give them a little jiggle, make sure they're cooked enough for you. Again, if you want a runny yolk, you can do them a little bit less. If you want them cooked a little bit more, leave them in the oven a little bit longer. So we're just gonna slide them into our bowl. And we are gonna season these with a little salt and pepper. The whole dish. Get a little chopped fresh parsley on top of here. And then I love serving this with some nice crostini for dipping both in the egg and the sauce. But of course, good old-fashioned toast will work here as well, or you could do some breakfast potatoes if you wanted to be gluten-free. But there we go, those are our eggs in purgatory. Guys, as always, you can find this recipe at caradifalco.com. You can follow me, Facebook and Instagram at Cara Di Falco. And we do still have some tickets left for my trip to Italy, so if you're interested in that, head over to caradifalco.com/travel. I'll see you guys next week. Buon appetito.